week after mandatory minicamp for the New England Patriots. I've talked about winners and losers, and I've talked about the cut candidates that could happen for the New England Patriots. But now I want to talk about 5 breakout candidates that could have a phenomenal 2024 for your New England Patriots to become successful in this NFL season. So I want to break those down in just a few moments, but first things first, I want to let you guys in on what Chat Sports is doing throughout the month of June. Look at this subscriber battle and look how close it is right now in subscribers. So Patriots today has 400 subscribers. We're in 4th. Thank you guys very much for hitting that sub button, but I want to beat Vikings now by Chat Sports. I want to blow all of these NFL teams out of the water. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me right now and help Patriots today take the lead and become number 1. And don't you worry, I'll show you guys this graphic once more at the end of June. All right, let's dive into our breakout candidates here. Coming off with my number 1, I'm going to start off with the secondary. Give me Alex Austin to have a phenomenal 2024 NFL season. I have really enjoyed what I've seen and heard about Alex Austin from OTAs and mandatory minicamp, and I was saying this last season. With Christian Gonzalez being hurt last year, I really want to see at least one more cornerback blow up in the offseason to really have a breakout year in 2024. That way you can have a nice 1-2 punch there in the backfield. Here's what Alex Austin did last year. And no, he does not qualify for that blowout candidate last year. He only had 9 total tackles, 7 solo, 2 passes deflected, 1 interception, but he only played in 5 games. And the reason why I'm now very excited for Alex Austin moving forward into the season is because he's actually been getting a lot of reps next to or behind Christian Gonzalez in the secondary right now. So I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do with him towards training camp once you start to get those pads on, once you start to really play excellent football, not just X's and O's and fundamentals. I think Alex Austin could have a huge year when it comes to interceptions, pass deflections, and it really just comes from having a nose for that ball. He's got the size, he's got the speed, and he's really excited to hop into his second year here with the Patriots. So here's what Alex Austin had to say about year number 2. He said, coming into my second season, having some comfortability under my belt, coaches being able to trust me out there with one group of guys, I'm just trying to take full advantage of every opportunity, knowing that you never know when it's your last day in this building and in this business. And what I love about the Patriots backfield as well is that they're hyping each other up. They're playing as teammates as well. So when you look at Alex Austin's Instagram right here, you can see Christian Gonzalez saying about to get serious. You can see Mapu also giving the prayer hands, giving the hands up hands. I mean, he's ready to watch this kid have a phenomenal season right next to Mapu and Gonzalez as well. Coming up here for my second possible breakout candidate, I'm going to go with Sidy Sow. I think that the offensive line is a big fat question mark right now. And I'm going to be honest, it keeps me up at night. I don't know who's playing where. I don't know how productive they're going to be in that position. There's an injury with Cole Strange. There's 2 rookies on the line. But we know that Sidy had a pretty good year as an offensive lineman at right guard last year, but he's actually been starting to take some reps at left guard this offseason. Why? Because Cole Strange is month to month with that injury. So like I said, I mean, they're making a puzzle out of this. They're putting this guy here, this guy there. I mean, they're just mixing them up. But so far, Sidy Sow seems to be pretty comfortable at that left guard position. Not to mention, PFF did name him to the all-breakout team. I think that offensive line is going to be something to monitor from now until January when the regular season is over, because you're going to have possibly a rookie in your backfield or even a veteran that still has to find his stride. So I think when it comes to that left side with 2 right-handed quarterbacks, it's going to be imperative that you have the 2 best guys in the left tackle and the left guard position. The good news is that Sidy Sow does decide to play left guard this year if Cole Strange can't make it back by the regular season, or if anything happens with his injury, if they cut him, whatever happens. He actually does have a lot of reps when it comes to the guard position. Sidy Sow did say this during the mandatory minicamp. He said, I played left guard like my whole career in college. It's been fun just switching back over there, getting to work with a core 4, something different. It's fun. It's going well. I'm trying to get that big jump from year 1 to year 2. He goes on to say, obviously switching positions, you got to work on that. but it's been a little bit more relaxed, I can say. It's not all crazy. I don't know what's happening. I know what to expect now. And I want to reiterate that in minicamp, what I was hearing is that the left side kind of got less pressure than the right side when it came to the offensive line. So maybe that's why Sidy Sow was like, it's kind of easy. It's kind of not as crazy as I thought it would be. Well, you're going to play some top 5 defenses like the Patriots have in practice, and then you're going to see them in the regular season as well. But in all honesty, with the progression that I've seen from Sidy Sow, even on the right side, to move to the left, knowing he's got that experience at that left guard position as well, I'd probably just take him over Cole Strange right now. I just don't know if that injury is going to really help out Strange in this offseason as more players are starting to work ahead of him. And then you got the same thing here. You don't want to re-injure that torn patellar tendon in his left knee. So I want to hear from you guys. I would say just put Sidy over Cole Strange now at left guard and just start rolling with that as the depth chart. But what do you guys say? Pick one to play left guard this season. Type Sidy Sow SS, Cole Strange type CS. And while you guys are typing that down below, I want to reiterate, going ahead, hit that sub button for me if you want the latest news and rumors on your New England Patriots. Hit that subscribe button. And if you guys did subscribe during this video, aka right now, or at the beginning of this video, comment me down below. I'm going to give you guys a shout out. Thank you for joining over 12,000 strong on this channel. And let's go on ahead and break out number 3 of our candidates here. Keion White. Let me tell you, I see an absolute defensive monster in his future. I think his first year was just a very small glimpse of what Keion White can do in the NFL and for the New England Patriots. Let's go on ahead and take a look at what he did in 16 games last year for the Patriots. 26 total tackles, with 12 of those being solo. You got 1 sack out of Keion White and 3 passes deflected. And I'm going to be honest, this is not what I want from Keion White this upcoming year. I want all of that pretty much doubled if he possibly can. I do think that the Patriots are really going to rely on Keion White to just absolutely wreak havoc on these offenses in this upcoming season. Being able to play multiple positions on the defense does help them in the depth chart here. You can put him at that linebacker position, the outside linebacker, or even the edge, and he's still going to be able to deflect passes, possibly add on to more of those sacks, and really rack up those solo tackles. He said that, Jerod Mayo said that he's even stronger now, and if that's just a slim glimpse as to what Keion White can do, then I think 2024 is going to be a phenomenal year for that defensive player. All right, coming up here, bringing it back to the offense. Let's talk about Antionio Gibson, right? Because obviously, all I've ever known Antionio Gibson as is a running back for the Washington Commanders. And he's been a very solid running back for the Commanders, but once he kind of went a little bit under Brian Robinson, that's why Gibson is now playing for the New England Patriots when he was RB2 in Washington. And for that year, in 2023, 65 carries, 265 yards, 1 touchdown, and then he averaged about 4.1 yards per carry. I do think Antionio Gibson is a very solid running back too. And when you've got a phenomenal RB already in Rhamondre Stevenson, I think Antionio Gibson is going to provide a lot for the Patriots offense this year, primarily just taking some of that workload off of Stevenson's plate, because we saw it last year. When Rhamondre is your primary running back, he's going to get tired. He's going to get weaker throughout the season. So now that you have another solid RB in that depth chart, it's going to start to balance that out, which means you're going to get closer to a 100% Rhamondre Stevenson. And we know Antionio Gibson is a phenomenal third down back, and he's also been well known as a pass catcher for the Washington Commanders. We know how he knows how to use his hands, and he's connected with Jacoby Brissett as well in the Commanders type of offense. So I do think Antionio Gibson is going to be a very fluctuating running back here, and he could have another breakout season, this time in the Northeast for the Patriots. All right, last possible breakout candidate for the 2024 NFL season. Give me KJ Osborn, the wide receiver that did come to the Patriots as well this offseason from the Minnesota Vikings. Kind of similar to Antionio Gibson. You know, we got Justin Jefferson in Minnesota. Didn't really need Osborn anymore. And let me tell you, when Osborn did end up coming to the Patriots, this wasn't a deal that made me go, oh, wow, the Patriots are going to be huge this year. I was kind of like, okay. KJ Osborn, 48 receptions, 75 targets. Obviously not wide receiver one here with Jay Jets out there. 540 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid year for KJ Osborn, but not necessarily in his peak anymore. So I do think if Osborn still wants to stay relevant, and in this very competitive wide receiver room now in the offseason with 12 wide receivers for the Patriots in the 90-man roster, Osborn doesn't have the starting role. Osborn doesn't even have the top 5 role right now. Everybody is working for it. Do I think Osborn will be a top 5 receiver for the Patriots? Yes. But what he will have to do in the regular season is explode with his versatility. And if you start to mix that in with the leadership that he brings in, as well as that veteran experience, the younger guys like Javon Baker and Jalen Polk, I do think KJ Osborn could possibly be a top wide receiver here for the New England Patriots, whether it's Brissett, Drake May, Zappe, Milton, whoever's throwing him the ball. I do think Osborn has the opportunity to make a big splash. Those are my 5 breakout candidates for the New England Patriots. Looking ahead to the 2024 season, obviously training camp towards the end of July once minicamp ended last week. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to piece together here in the offseason. But I want to hear from you guys too. Name your Patriots breakout candidate in the 2024 season, guys. There's 90 players right now on the roster. I know you think one of them is going to go crazy this year. And as always, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me for free Patriots content. Like I said, throughout the month of June, I'm looking to have the most subscribers out of any NFL channel at this company, and I need your help. Hit that sub button, and let's go Patriots.